Deep Dive with David Stendahl, where we trade without ego, no emotion, no greed, and no opinion. Before we begin tonight's video blog, please read over our trading disclaimer and remember to trade smart and accept the reality that trading futures is risky. This presentation does not provide buy-sell recommendations, and our information is strictly provided for educational purposes only. As always, trade at your own risk and analysis. Hey there, it's David Stendahl with tonight's Deep Dive. It is January 3rd, 2019. Got a question from one of my, actually a couple of different clients here today, some of whom are coffee producers. So I thought I would take the time to look at coffee since it's one of my favorite markets. And the reason I'm kind of looking at this one, it just popped up here where the market is in a trading range, and anytime I get a trading range on a market, it's always going to draw my eye to that particular market, because it's generally the time when a market is obviously in a tight consolidation and that an explosive move is probably imminent. So we'll sort of take a look here that the trends are to the downside, so it's not positive for the trends. The technical rating is negative, but because of the trading range and because of the seasonal tendencies, which are forecasting explosive moves, and the seasonal tendency is pretty good in this particular case, it's more to the upside. So with coffee in particular, I think that there's great opportunity. There's plenty of different ETFs that can be traded for a lot of the different commodities. The one specific to that of coffee would be BJO. So it's not the most liquid, but it's liquid enough that if you don't like futures, you can at least partake in this potential move here. I'll show you the energy level, which is our tool that we look for. Is it high energy where it's in an expansive phase, or is it in a low energy phase where it's in a consolidation? And you can see that coffee is down here towards the bottom here, lumber, British pound, and then coffee. And so anytime you're at the lower end here, especially when a lot of the markets are in expansive mode, it means that there's going to be some attention given to some of these other markets, specifically here in coffee. If we take a look at the chart itself, these are daily bars for coffee, and here is the energy level indicator, and anytime it goes below that upper or that lower yellow line, it just simply means that the market is in sort of a consolidation type mode. Here's the support level that I was quoting on my Twitter feed. In this particular case, it's 99.27, and we did come down, we tested, and we've been testing this for a couple of days now. So as long as we stay above 99.27, all should be good, and I think it's going to take a little while for a major trend to really pop up here, but we're always looking for the origins of a trend, and that's where that breakdown that I was referring to here. Anytime you see this trade range indicator, sideways indicator, that's a good sign, and that's a market that you definitely want to be looking at. Now, when it comes to the seasonal tendencies, here's coffee. It's number 4 in the market. A couple other markets are ahead of it, but specifically any market that's on this top 10 list is going to be a good market you'll want to look at when it comes to the seasonal tendencies. I'll show you what the projection looks like. Today being the 3rd, what we're looking at is a base that typically occurs here shortly. In this particular case, the 5th will be over the course of the weekend, but we're looking at a phase to the market where the market typically bottoms in this particular spot, and we should see some good upside. The low to the high, so the low that would be occurring here and the high that will be occurring here. This is only a 21-day projection, but we'll be looking at 5.8% move in the price action, which translates into a nice profit when it comes to coffee by itself. Now coffee, we just entered a long position, and so we're looking to having recently liquidated our short position, and we're looking to establish with today's action a little bit of a long position. I would suspect that with the 60-minute bar system, that if we're able to get some real movement to the upside, or at least a consolidation, to a continued consolidation, a lot of our systems on the long side will start to trigger here. So we'll start to build up a bit of a position. So this is really all just starting live right now. So this is just the one system that's long, and having liquidated the short, all is looking well. And I'll conclude this particular presentation with the fact that our seasonal trading outlook newsletter, where we're going to be talking about crude, RBOB, corn, cotton, wheat, soybeans, and live cattle. The winter edition is going to be coming out very, very soon. You should probably start to see some information here via email. If you've already signed up in the past for our previous newsletter, you'll probably receive an email. And for those people that want to sign up and get our newsletter, I'll be posting things on my Twitter feed, so you can sign up for it, immediately receive this particular newsletter, and then get all newsletters into the future. It's just on a quarterly basis, but it does go into a lot of information, talking about how to use the information, giving you some charts. Further down here, we have what to expect in January, February, March, specifically to the winter catalog or the winter newsletter. Some ETFs that you could be looking at if you don't like the future side and you want to do it on the ETF side. And then, of course, there's a trial to the website and an easy way to sign up for that. And then there's a little bit of a bio on myself, and obviously we got Darren Newsom, who's been instrumental in doing some of the write-ups for some of the markets. A very great guy, because he looks at things from a technical and a fundamental perspective, while I'm much more of just a technical guy. So that's a good little partnership that we have going here to do this write-up. So that being the case, hopefully the newsletter will be out here very, very soon. Keep tabs on coffee, because there's great opportunity here, and we will look at some new markets here fairly soon. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.